Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Music Podcast. Once again, thank you to my return visitors, my subscribers. I love you guys. Thank you so much. There is a button there to subscribe. Please, if you're not a subscriber, hit that button, and you'll get all kinds of great guests like the one I have today, Mr. Ron Keel. He is known as the Metal Cowboy. He has toured the world and sold millions of records. He's been a performer on the Vegas Strip. A successful DJ with his own Streets of Rock and Roll radio show. And as of 2022, he has his own record label, his own multimedia company called RFK Media, which plays host to some of the top syndicated radio shows, as well as a growing roster of really talented bands. Even a motion picture that stars the Metal Cowboy himself is available there. Just last month, Ron released an amazing new music video for The Last Ride, the classic song from the classic Metal Cowboy album, which celebrated 10 years last year. Ron, it's a wealth of things going on for you, as always, and it's great for you. Great to have you here, man. I so appreciate you.
Always great to talk to you, Scott. Dr. Music and your audience. Hello, everybody out there. Happy holidays.
Yeah, man. Just after Thanksgiving, one of my favorite holidays, and I know you've got Coffee with Keel on Monday mornings. You're snowed in there up in South Dakota. It's I feel the same. I'm right outside Chicago. Thanksgiving, one of your favorite holidays. It seems, right?
Absolutely. I love Thanksgiving. Of course, I'm always grateful for the opportunities, the blessings that I've had, the friends, the fans, the family, but there's also football and food involved on Thanksgiving, so that it covers all the bases.
Absolutely, man. I saw you sitting there in the snow, and I thought, I love that, man. On the front porch, it's just so you, man. You're in that snow. You're always so warm, and I love that, man.
Thanks, man. And that Coffee with Keel thing it's out of control. I mean, we have our own coffee mugs now, and it started as something that I wanted to do one day to just impromptu. No script, no big production. I always make a big production out of everything I do. But with this, there's no script, there's no edits, really no thought put into it other than where am I going to do this week? If I'm on the road or on stage or backstage or wherever I go, we have Coffee with Keel every Monday morning. That's a feature on my Patreon page, patreon.com/Ron Keel. And it's just a 7-minute message to everybody, to basically Thanksgiving. It's to show my gratitude and appreciation for the fans, and to give a message of positive energy to start our week. Because Monday morning, in some people's world, is it's a bitch, and in my world, it's just another opportunity to create, to entertain, and to be the Metal Cowboy. So we started that tradition months ago, and now it's like I said, it's out of control. Coffee with Keel is just one of the many features you'll get at patreon.com/Ron Keel.
Yeah, man, and there'll be a link there. I've been a member of that Patreon page for so long now, and it's just always growing and always got something to offer. It's the best Patreon out there for sure.
And thank you for participating. I saw your response to the Hair Metal Hall of Fame topic that we are we're diving deep into that now with hair metal and what is hair metal, who is hair metal, and we're going to start nominating some of our favorite musicians, artists, producers, and all that for the Hair Metal Hall of Fame awards. And just to see the descriptions that everybody puts up there, and yours was excellent. Thank you for joining in the topic and the conversation. But that hair metal topic is something that it's interesting. There are no right answers or wrong answers. Everybody's got their own definition, and I'm excited to see some of those definitions come in over the course of the week. But the common denominator seems to be Aquanet, I guess. I mean, if Iron Maiden had pooped their hair up, they would have been hair metal. They missed out. Apparently, they did all right though. They've done just fine for themselves. Yeah. But I guess the Aquanet is the common denominator.
Yeah, it kind of is, and it was a time, and I think, I listened to some of the XM stuff, and you have Hair Nation on there, and I think it's hair metal, and then I hear some bands come on, and it's just not what I would assume as hair metal. And that was never really what it was called when we were living it, right?
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't. It's gone. It's just another term to try and categorize that, but it's not really descriptive of
yeah.
uh, the genre because I'm still making that kind of music. I mean, the new Steelers song, "Give Me Guitars or Give Me Death." It's released in 2024 by a bald guy. Is it 80s hair metal? I don't know.
I love it, man. And it's different things to different people, and that's the beauty of it. Having lived through it and enjoyed it and having it part of my life, that era of music, I still think I can hear some of that. We got things like Steel Panther, like yourself, that is making music about loud rock and roll and fun times and all of that. That's really what it's about, man. It's about a
I
good
agree.
time.
It's good time music that
Hmm.
resonates with the wild and the young.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I want to touch on the new video, man. It's just, I love this stuff. It's AI. And everybody's going, oh, I can see everybody out there, eyes are getting wide. I just saw Mike Tramp's Fight to Survive video as well. Does a lot of that same. It's an AI video, really cool stuff. Um, AI effects. When do we take it too far? What are your thoughts? This video for the last ride is incredible. I just love watching. It's so much fun. So it doesn't affect me, the AI thing. I love that the enhancement of it for this kind of stuff. What are your thoughts on the whole AI issue?
It's a technological advancement that it's here. It's here to stay, Scott. The uh, movies we've been watching since Scott, what the 70s and 80s. I think they called it CG back then, computer
Right.
generated. Now it's artificial intelligence, but everybody's using artificial intelligence. If you ask Siri a question, or if you use your
Yep.
GPS is smart enough to know where you want to go, right? It's
Yep.
artificially, it's computer generated, and that's not going anywhere. Technology has always had an impact on creativity. It always will. You have new tools to play with. Now, those tools can be harmful or they could be beneficial. It depends on the user and the usage. The electric guitar was a big controversy when Les Paul invented it, and all of a sudden they're using electricity. No, that's not fair. You're cheating, right?
Right. Right.
You have an amplifier. That's not fair. You can't compete with my violin or my acoustic guitar. I'm sure the guy who was building horse-drawn wagons for a living was really pissed off when they came out with the automobile.
Right.
But you're not going to stop the progress of technology now. Like any weapon, it can be used to for good or for bad. You can defend yourself or you can kill somebody. A
Mhm.
knife can cut butter or you can stab someone. AI is the same way. Now, where I draw the line is when you're trying to mislead someone. It's pretty obvious that this new video for the last ride is animated.
Right.
It's not. We're not trying to pretend like I'm that guy. It's an animated adventure that tells a story, just like uh, the movies. I mean, I saw the new Predator Badlands movie, and I was disappointed that they didn't just show me 2 hours of the cast having lunch because that would have been real. I was really pissed off that no, just kidding. Where do you draw the line? Now, in the comic book and in the music video for The Last Ride, AI is the villain. I'm fighting against it to maintain human creativity, basically. And that's the common theme in a couple of projects that I've done recently. The comic book, of course, AI is the bad guy. In the new movie, Beginning of the End, AI is the villain.
Right.
The movie depicts the day that AI kind of takes over and turns humans against each other. And I didn't write either one. I mean, I didn't write the comic book. the idea to use AI as the villain was the writer of the book. I don't write comic books. I stay in my lane. Uh, yeah, but it is since the Terminator uh, has become a real viable topic. Is it going to go too far, and how far is too far? And yeah, it will. I believe that when you're misleading people, and we see that on social media every time we scroll through it now, you're
Yep.
finding stuff that just it's misleading, and uh, that to me is not cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I am interested in exploring the use of the technology to have fun, be creative, and entertain people.
Yeah.
And not everybody's going to be entertained by what we do, whether it's a movie, a comic book, a song, or anything like that. We just create the stuff and let everybody else be the judge.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I am thoroughly entertained by it, man.
All right.
It is really, really cool. What a fun watch. It's so sharp and beautiful. And I think about Renee's work. It's come so far. Your wife, Renee Keel, of course, ReneeKeel.com.
Thank
She's
you.
got
Right on.
Yeah, she's got artwork that is just extraordinary, and it's used by RFK artists. Album covers. It's available. If you go to the website, you can purchase licenses. I understand, right, and use it for your own.
Yes, we've just launched that. She was creating these pieces. She created the artwork for my album, Keel World. This one here,
Yeah,
very, very proud of this. I found this in her gallery and she wasn't even using it. It was just something she created. It was
unbelievable.
two different pieces. One was the background with the electric kind of sky, cloudy background, and the other was the orb. And I thought, let's put those two together. Let's put the satellite or the orb or whatever on the background and see what it looks like. And she's also created artwork for our other artist, The Fifth, and
Yep.
the new Generation Landslide album. We haven't revealed that cover yet, but it's epic. And so she had this huge gallery of work. Man, look at it, the work that she does. I think, man, I need to do another album just so I can use that for my album cover
Seriously.
because she's got so many cool things. I said, why don't we make these available to other artists and other record companies to license that artwork? And once you buy the license, it's yours. You can put it on your bass drum head, your T-shirts, whatever. We're out of it. Once you purchase the
Yeah.
artwork, you own it. It's all yours at ReneeKeel.com. And looking forward to seeing more of her work commercially. I mean, she's motivated by creativity, just like I am.
hmm
Uh, I want to create and build stuff. I want to write a song, and I do that because it's in my DNA. I love the process of creating stuff. But once you write a song and create it, this other gene kicks in, not Gene Simmons, but this other gene kicks in and says, how do I sell that? How do I got to release this.
Right.
We need to market this. We need to put this song out there and let other people hear it and share it. And so that then the marketing gene kicks in to me, and I figure out a way to hopefully at least break even or capitalize or make a profit or make a living. And she's not like that. She just wants to create because it fulfills her and feeds her soul. But I see it as an opportunity to generate spare revenue for her, and
Mhm.
I believe that she's got a great future in album art. It's done
Totally.
with a combination of photography. She uses real models for some of this stuff, real human models.
hmm
Uh, Photoshop elements, layers, textures. Some AI is involved as well.
hmm
When you need an image of something, you can have the AI program create it and integrate that into your artwork. It's a complicated process. I really don't understand it completely. Dude, I don't even use auto tune. I mean, I'm not the tech guy. I mean, we run a media company and I have a radio station, and I've got to try and keep up as best I can with modern technology in the creative world. But I don't even use auto tune. There's no auto tune on any of my records because I actually do know how to do it. I just don't have the patience to sit there and manipulate each note and try and tweak it to where it's exactly perfect. I intended on doing that. Well, I haven't used auto tune since 2004. It was Kevin Beamish who produced that second Iron Horse record. He insisted
Right.
on tuning the vocal.
Yeah.
I'd sing something. He said, "Oh, it's great. I'll fix it." I didn't really care for that approach. I want to sing it properly and sing it right the first time.
Right.
So that was the last time we used auto tune. I totally intended on tuning the vocals on the Metal Cowboy album, from which The Last Ride is the lead track. And when we got done with it, just listen to it. Just leave it alone. It's cool. It's human. It's weird. I mean, there's some pitchy moments, but it's real. It's human. And I haven't used auto tune since. Just don't have the patience for it. I would rather just sing it the best I can and let it live on. On Patreon as well. You know this because you're a Patreon subscriber. Thank you for that, Scott.
Yep.
I often share the isolated vocal tracks from the sessions where you can hear just the voice by itself. And man, I don't listen to those until I actually post them.
Right.
And I listen back to it. There's burping and farting and there's all kind of noise and throat noise and all kind of crap. And it's like, man, do we really leave that in there in the mix? I guess that's old school, I guess. But you don't hear all that stuff when the guitars and the drums are blowing your face off. But I enjoy sharing those isolated vocals with the fans so they can get an idea of what I really sound like.
It's real, man. It's real, and it's rock and roll. I think that's what rock and roll. It's raw, and it's a little dirty and edgy. I like that. We have lost a lot of that, man. And listening to these records from the 70s and the 80s, there's a lot of that human factor that is missing now. That it's just the way it is. Not on my records, though. My records are brutally human. I love it, man. We love it out here for sure. Let's talk a little bit about RFK Media and the roster of bands because it is so impressive. The Fifth and Cold Sweat, of course, and Crashing Wayward. These are all guys that have been on the show here. Great bunch of guys, really talented bands, great music. There's a couple of bands that are a little bit newer to me. Generation Landslide, you mentioned. Anthony White, a former member of Cold Gin. He was in a band called Excursion with Mark Slaughter, I understand. Name of the band got me from the $1 Billion Babies album, Alice Cooper. And I think from listening to their stuff, it's probably inspired by that. Really cool band. Tell me a little bit about Generation Landslide.
It is a bit of a throwback type of project. That's the direction they wanted to go in. We don't micromanage anybody's music. We just support and release and distribute and market and promote music and artists that we love. That's the bottom line. And we love the record. The new album you haven't heard yet is really fantastic. It's very well produced, and the songs they're a throwback to that 80s, 70s Kiss, then Lizzie, Alice Cooper kind of thing. So hence the name of the band, Generation Landslide. Anthony White is the drummer in Cold Sweat, but he's a hell of a guitar player, songwriter, and singer. And to give him this opportunity means a lot to us. I can't wait for that record to come out. And Ron Keel did the artwork for the cover. It could be her best yet. And we're going to get that out. Once the holidays get behind us, we'll start fresh for 2026 with new releases from Generation Landslide and Bad Marriage, which is a fantastic album. My God, these guys, we signed them because we love them. We love the music that they've done. We've become friends over the last few years. I've had them on the radio with me and just developed a nice rapport and relationship and respect for their work ethic, their musical direction, the quality of musicianship. Tommy Scio on guitar, Mike Fitz, John Pequeen, the lead singer, just an amazing group of guys. And we signed them just because, first of all, we love what they do, but they have a huge following. They're going to sell a lot of product. They're going to move some units, man. This is a good business move for us. On top of the passion and the love of the music, this is good business for RFK Media to have a band like Bad Marriage on the roster. So we signed them, and about a month ago, they sent me the finished album. And I put it on in the studio here, and it wrecked my day. I mean, I couldn't do anything else. I had to listen to it over and over again. Those records I call them day records, because you put them on, you listen to it, and you can't do anything else. You're just absolutely absorbed and consumed and immersed in the music. the production on this record, very old school, very American traditional heavy rock, but really well thought out. Not intellectually, but yeah, it's really smart. It's really well produced. How they weave the sections and the instrumentation back and forth. It's just the quality of songs. There's a lot of f bombs, man. I dare anybody to count the amount of f bombs they drop in the lyrics of this new Bad Marriage album. It's called Match Made in Hell, coming out on RFK Media early in 2026. We're anxious to share this music with the world and take Bad Marriage to the next level.
It's great, man, and I heard it's a 2-record deal too, which was really good news. So we'll be getting one after that as well.
Man, you know more about it than I do. I thought I read the fine print in the contract somewhere. And Scott, with these other bands that we have, I've got my own band as well. I mean, I've got several bands. Ron Keel band,
sure.
Keel, Steeler, all somewhat still active. Iron Horse even still.
Yep.
So when we sign these artists like the Fifth or Crashing Wayward, the Crashing Wayward's no longer with us, but we worked hard on that record, their debut album, for a year. Bad Marriage, Generation Landslide, Roy Cathy. It's like I have to join the band too. I become a member of the band and become immersed in their presentation, their business as the elder statesman, so to speak. I'm a mentor and a guiding light, and so I have to really. It's like I'm in the band. That's where the most of my workload comes from. It's really just a matter of being in the band, and that's a full-time commitment. Just to be in one band and to be in literally all these bands. Of course, I don't have to sing and play and write the songs, but it feels like it's my baby too. And I guess that's the way it should be when you're running a business. You have to take a personal interest, and got to have some skin in the game, with these other artists. So I enjoy it. It's a huge challenge. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that we're competing with Warner Brothers or Sony or Universal, but it is a labor of love, and it is very tough in this business these days to sell music. People have become accustomed to getting it for free.
Yep.
And I guarantee you, if there was a gas station down the street that was giving away free gas, I'd be there every day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go pay for it here when you can get it for free over there. It's just human nature. Yeah. I understand that, and I'm not dogging the fans for getting what they can, while they can, where they can. But for us, it's really difficult. Once the physical product comes out, then, of course, the digital, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, YouTube Music, you can immediately see the sales fall, and how to sustain that is a constant battle for me to preach. Own your music. It's your property. You should own it.
Yeah.
And you should be able to take it with you wherever you go, and not depend on the digital world to store your music. It's a property. It's a possession. It's something you should own. Therefore, I do appreciate those fans that'll put a CD in their collection or add the vinyl to their collection. That means a lot to us. So we appreciate the fans that do that.
Yeah, and I love getting vinyl. It's just still, it was the event when I was growing up. It was we ran to the store, we got it, we ran back home, we threw it on, we sat around, and we enjoyed the whole thing from beginning to end. We didn't skip over anything. It was a journey from one end of the album to the other. I still love to do that. It's that's what it's all about for me.
Me too. I love going to the local music store, the record store. We try and support those mom and pop outlets like Rochester Records in Rochester, Minnesota, Retroactive in Myrtle Beach. There's tons of them that we work with that stock our music on their shelves. There's a couple here in Sioux Falls that I love to visit and shop and walk in there and find lost treasure. Add those treasures to my collection, and to see the RFK Media artists in the bin there at the record store, it still gives me a thrill.
Yeah, it's great, man. It's great. And, this one, The Final Frontier, is coming up on it's what? How many years has it been?
40. It'll be 40
40
years next year.
years next year.
2026 will be the 40th anniversary
Uh,
of that, which was my highest charting album,
yes.
and certainly an album that is very special to me and the guys in the band and all of our fans as well.
Yeah, and I mentioned this one because it is something that is not on your streaming services, which I enjoy because it's extra special now too. It's you got to buy the record and enjoy it that way. But is that what is the story with that? I see a lot of people asking that, why isn't it on Spotify? That's the only one that's not on Spotify or Apple Music or, even for download. And I would imagine that is a business thing. I think it's universal, right? That record.
It is
So
not available. That your
yeah,
highest charting record, really your quintessential Keel album. To me, it's not our best album, but it is a fan favorite,
yeah,
and it's not available. And we've been fighting legally for years to get that done.
okay,
The fans want it. I'm hit with that same question every day. Scott, why isn't The Final Frontier on the streaming services or available for download on
yeah,
iTunes or
yeah.
Amazon?
Well, we're
And
coming
we've
up
been
on
through.
40 years, so there's an anniversary coming up.
The deal is done. I can tell you right now,
Okay,
finally, the legal end of things is all taken care of. And Universal actually came through with a sizable advance for us, and we made some money off of that record, in hopes that okay, now it's going to get a proper release. I
mhm,
cannot get an answer from them when. Now, my two requests to Universal were I want them to use that mastered version, the one you just held up.
yeah,
That's the Rock Candy reissue
yeah,
that has been remastered, and it sounds incredible, night and
it is
day
great.
compared to the original version. The remastering job they did on that is fantastic. So when it does come back out digitally for streaming and iTunes and all that, I want those masters to be the ones that they make available.
Sure.
And also, I want you to tell me when you're going to do it so I can pump the fans up. I can finally say, hey, it's coming out to celebrate the 40th anniversary. And I tell you, Scott, I cannot even get a return phone call from our lawyer, our own lawyer.
Wow.
I won't name the guy, but he negotiated this whole settlement for us, got us the deal, got the deal done, and got the money in my pocket. It's already been spent. And he won't even return my phone call.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
so that's where we're at with that, man. I want it to come out. I want it to be available. Of course, you're not going to make a whole lot of money off of that because we've already been paid in advance. But the fans want it. It's the 40th anniversary. We'd
Sure.
like to spike the football, man. I want to celebrate that accomplishment and make this album available for the fans. And at this point, who knows? You might wake up one day and there it is, the old shitty uh, previous master available on Spotify with no
Right.
fanfare. I want the fanfare, man. I want to make a big deal out of it. I want to promote
Sure.
it, and I want it to sound good.
Well, yeah, but you should. It should be celebrated. It should be promoted. I want to promote it. I want to say, hey, everybody, go get it. Go get. Vinyl would be so cool. It's definitely something that I want to do as well as a fan. I want to tell everybody about it. That's
No,
really,
Universal's a big company, man.
yeah,
We're a small fish, and that's probably
yeah.
why I'm not getting a return phone call from them or from my own attorney.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's
He's not really my attorney, but he's the guy who represented us in this deal,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we've worked with him before. But
yeah.
he's not very communicative, and I'm sure he's got bigger fish to fry too. But this is important to me, and it's important to the fans. I'd like to
Definitely.
see that happen. I'll keep fighting for it, like I always do, man. I'm a fighter,
Yeah.
so we'll see what happens, and I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Steeler documentary. That's another one. The Legacy documentary. Been waiting for that. We thought about 2025. That was kind of it's not there. So I'm wondering, how's it look? Is it coming out? When maybe do we have a date?
Yeah, it'll come out, and I would anticipate summer of 2026. the
Beautiful.
it keeps going through revisions. It's a labor of love for the director and producer David Pear, who's
Right.
absolutely genius. This guy's amazing, and he's extremely busy as well, on tour and involved in a bunch of other projects as well. So we're not pushing him to just get it done. We want it done to his satisfaction. It's his vision. He's a visionary, and it looks and feels amazing. We'd like to include some new music to accompany that documentary release, but the movie's incredible. It tells the whole story of Steeler and the 80s, from the early 80s, 81, 82, 83, and all of the band members on the classic lineup are interviewed in the movie. Everybody. Um,
Wow.
so,
Wow.
and a lot of other rock stars, music industry professionals that saw and felt what was going on at that time when bands like Rat, Stryper, Metallica were opening up for us in
Yep.
the Hollywood scene. And it tells that story really well, and it's really well done. We're excited to get that out and release it in conjunction with our company, RFK Media, and put it on Amazon Prime, and exploit it to the fullest potential. That's what we're going to do. We just want to get a bunch of eyeballs on it.
But
If you weren't there, you'll really feel what it was like to be a part of that early 80s Sunset Strip revolution. If you were there, you get to relive it with us.
man, and I can't wait. I was there. I wasn't actually physically on the Sunset Strip, but that was my time, man. And I saw all those bands come up, and I saw all of that happening over there. It's such a special time. People who live that time have a real place in their heart and their soul for that. And this is something that it's cemented. It was one of the first of its time on the strip there. And I think it kind of all the bands have this 7 degrees of with Steeler,
Yeah.
it's so many bands flourished around that band.
It was a
Uh
really special time, and
Really something.
we were right there in the thick of it, and just amazing to be a part of that. I know that my legacy has been tarnished, and I'm okay with that, by the fact that I have branched out and done other styles of music. I've played country music. I've got the Ron Keel band. I do a lot of different things, and I people don't really understand it, and I'm okay with being the most misunderstood guy in the business. I do believe that, and they write a book about 80s metal, and we're not even in it because of that.
That's just
I
great.
don't think that legacy should be tarnished by what I've done the last 30 years, because I've had a great time. I've made some great music. I've had a lot of fun, made some money, and I've just lived my dream.
Yeah, man.
I do not stay stuck in the 80s any more than I stay stuck in the 70s or the 90s, which were both really, the 70s was great. The 90s were awesome for me.
Mhm.
The 2000s were awesome. Man, 2025, I'm cool. I'm good right where I'm at. But you know, so I'm not bitter about it, but I do believe that Steeler has a very special place in the history of that genre and that town and that
Totally.
era, that decade of decadence, which was the 80s. And I think the movie will cement that legacy for good.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. KRFK Radio on the Live 365 app. D. Snyder's House of Hair. You got Joe Elliott back. Classic Metal Show. It's great what you're doing there, man. It's just so cool.
Well, thank you. And
Yeah, man.
I'm in the driver's seat. I was close to pulling the plug. It's a lot of work, man. 24/7 broadcast platform, radio station like that. And it's just, it is a huge responsibility. It's like putting on a show 24 hours a day. But I do enjoy that opportunity to entertain people. They can pick up their phone, download the app, listen online at work, and to know that people missed it, but it didn't really go away. Uh, we had to rebuild and restructure and kind of start over with the radio
Yeah.
station. And I kind of took the reins and said, it was a point where I'm either going to pull the plug or I'm going to do it myself. And now I have the ability to go live. I can do interviews live. I can pop on and do a concert announcement. I can just take phone calls from the fans. I can really be one-on-one with our audience and interact with them in a way that I couldn't do before. So I'm excited to do a lot more of that in the months to come
Yeah,
on
that's so awesome.
krfkradio.com.
Yes, and I'll have links, of course, to that too. All of them will be below for sure. Tell me about Body Threads. I checked out the website. You've got them making merch, and there's a collaborative thing. I think it's a great union there. The Body Threads. How is that working out for you?
These are amazing products. It's athletic wear. It's great to stuff that you can wear at the gym. That's moisture wicking fabric, and it's really great workout wear. But also you can sport the band's
Yeah.
colors. Except Helix, Anvil, Keel. We've got the 40th anniversary Right to Rock shirt, the first authorized Keel merchandise in a long time. I need a new closet now because I got no place to. I mean, literally right outside that door, I've got a big rack of my Body Threads gear hanging up, and the owner of the company, Joe Cohn, is a huge rock fan. His first concert that Joe ever went to when he was a kid was Accept Helix Keel in Tampa, Florida.
Nice.
So he wanted to create a line of workout wear and athletic apparel that would appeal to anybody who's into fitness. I mean, just the marriage of fitness and rock and roll together. And he reached out to me, and I just fell in love with the guy. I thought the products was great, and his desire, his passion for music and fitness, something that I could certainly identify with. So we got behind that hard and heavy, and I was able to hook him up with Accept and Helix. So he's got all three bands
That's so
that were
cool.
there at his first concert are part of the roster now. And I do what I can to promote the brand. I wear the stuff to the gym myself. And it's bodythreads.com, bodythredz.com, threads with a Z. And I'm really proud of Joe and what he's done to see a Steelers shirt on a college kid.
It's
I
so
mean,
cool.
to see them going to football practice, or whatever at a
Yeah,
college, and they're wearing Keel and Steeler merchandise
love
on
it.
their just because the shirts look great, and it's spreading that music through the merchandise. We're spreading that music to a new generation of younger people, and also emphasizing the need to stay fit, stay in shape. Obviously, that's part of rock and roll as well. We can't
Yep,
do this. It's rock and roll is a very physical sport, and
that's
you've
for
got to
sure.
be in shape to do it and do it well. So the two are a match made in heaven.
It's cool, because that's not a world. The two worlds don't always blend. You go to the gym, and if you're in an Iron Maiden shirt, you're the only one in an Iron Maiden shirt, or you know what I mean. There's the rock and roll, representing rock and roll, and having some gear that has that wicking fabric and stuff like that. Those two worlds usually don't meet. I remember when I had the kids, and I was putting a onesie on my son, and I thought, man, it would be cool to have like a onesie with a Keel logo on it. Wouldn't that be great? And
Oh
then
yeah.
now I've seen some of that, and I was like, if I could,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
want to
not
have a
just the
baby again.
dudes. We've got kids threads as well on the website bodythreads.com. They have a lot of kids options for the little guys and girls, and great ladies apparel that looks very sexy on their bodies. So now
Great.
we had to change the old slogan. Now it's sex, weights, and rock and roll. I mean,
There you go. I
but I
love it.
want to thank Joe Cohn and Body Threads for supporting us and being a primary title sponsor of KRFK Radio. They have helped keep us in business for sure.
Yeah, see, and that's great. It's a win-win, man, and that's
Yeah.
what we need more of for sure. Uh, Tell me about future music, and I'll let you go. I know you're always busy, man. I so appreciate your time, man.
No, man, I can talk to you all day, Scott. You're part of my tribe, man. It's a
Man,
conversation between friends, and I appreciate that. There's always going to be new music down the pipeline for me. As I mentioned,
mhm.
we are working on new Steeler music that will accompany the documentary film. Maybe a 5-song EP. I don't know if we're going to do a whole album or not. It just depends
Okay.
on how the process goes, and we're in that right now. We've got some song ideas. I've already put some
Love it.
vocals down. Mark Edwards is playing some incredible drum tracks, and you know the story behind Mark. He didn't
Yeah.
play for what 35 years
Unbelievable.
because of his injury in a motorcycle accident, and the Steeler reunion revived that force or that passion within him. And now he's playing 3 or 4 hours a day, and he's playing great, and he's laying down tracks. So we're working on new Steeler music. I'm excited about that. We'll see what the fans have to say about it. If I say it's Steeler, it's Steeler. And I think we're going to go
Yeah.
back. I think the musical direction is going back to the pre-Yngwie era, because you got to realize
Okay.
when Yngwie joined the band, I I formed a band with Michael Dunnigan, the original guitar player. Michael and I
Right.
wrote tons of songs together. But when we split and Yngwie came on board, I had to let all those songs that we had built Steeler upon, they all had to go away because they weren't mine. They were co-writes with Michael. I started really that whole Steeler album is songs that were leftovers that I had written. And the original Steeler vision was very much more like Def Leppard, AC/DC, Judas Priest, Van Halen, Thin Lizzy, whatever. I mean,
Hmm.
it was 1981. We were just getting out of the 70s, and
Right.
those were the bands that really influenced us. So Def Leppard was a huge influence. Commercial rock, High and Dry was a Bible to us at the time.
Yeah.
So there's going to be probably less of a classical feel and more of an American metal feel to this new Steeler music. The fans are going to say, no Yngwie, no Steeler. But man,
I
I
don't think
can't help
so.
that. I can't help that. They can think what they want to think. I just want to make the music and if you don't like it, that's cool. But I plan on enjoying the process and creating that new Steeler music. I've got some other new songs in the pipeline now. Uh, I'd like to sell some more of these. This to me is still a new record,
Yes.
and maybe because our fans really like the old stuff. I mean, and I get that. We all like the old music. So I'm hoping that the older this gets, the more we'll sell. It's gonna be a year and a half old now. So now you can classify this as old music and add it to your collection.
Well, I add it because it is phenomenal. I love that when it came out, and
I love the
he-
old stuff, man. Kill World, that's a
man,
great record. I remember back in the day when we wrote that album.
I love it. And the video, man, the Steeler video with Mark. I remember when it came out, and it was seeing him back there was just so it touched me deeply because I know he hasn't played, and I know he doesn't play on the track. He's on the video, but he's not. It's Dwayne on the track, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Um, to hear that he's playing now and that he'll be playing on new Steeler music, that is just what a spirit that guy
He's
has,
an animal,
man.
man, an inspiration to
Ah,
all of us.
sure.
Whenever whenever I don't feel well, I just imagine what he felt like breaking 100 bones and being in the hospital for a year and not playing for 35 years. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
compete with that. I
Yeah.
can't bitch about having a cold or anything. I mean,
Seriously.
how do you follow that? I mean,
I mean,
the guy tumbled off a motorcycle, broke every bone in his body, spent a year in the hospital, and now he's back to being Superman again after 35 years. It's like it's a wonderful story, and he's
it
one of my
is.
best friends on the planet. We talk all the time, and it's in depth, really real brother talk. Me and Mark, and he went back into training before the video. I think he said he spent 76 days straight in training, playing, and now he's playing 3 or 4 hours a day and keeping a diary. This is how long I played, and this is what I played, and the guy's incredible.
Unbelievable.
So I really want to make this dream happen for him.
It,
That's another motivation for me to get in here and write some new Steelers songs. Is I want to do it for him. Of course, we want to do it for the legacy, the history. Put an exclamation point on that. What happened over 40 years ago now,
yeah.
and show that we do have a rightful place in American metal history, and we're going to claim it, and we're never going to let go.
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And, I think about Mark, and, I mean, he's not 20 something either, and he's a drummer, a hard drummer. And I thought, man, oh, man, just the inspiration for him to do that. So incredible. So
Yeah,
incredible.
we got to get him on your show, man.
Yeah, I
He
would,
does a hell of an interview. He
man.
keeps a low profile. He's not on social media. He just
Yeah,
he flies under the radar, but he pays it. He'll hear this. I guarantee you he'll listen. He's in tune with everything everybody does, but he just doesn't
yeah.
participate or chime in. But he would make a hell of an interview. I um, He's got some
Would,
great stories to tell and a great story of inspiration and the fight to get back to where he is now. We've got to make this new music happen, if not
oh.
for the fans and the legacy for Mark Edwards.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It very much reminds me of Rick Allen, who was on the show, and we had a chance to discuss his thing. And I mean, these guys are just—they inspire me when I wake up in the morning and put my feet on the ground. It's like nothing is that bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I can work through anything. It's those guys that make that spirit happen, and I'm so thankful for him doing that.
agreed.
It's pretty great, man. Tour plans. We haven't seen you on the road for a show here and there. Do you want to get out on the road? Is that would you like to do a 20, 30 date tour?
Yeah, I would very much like that, Scott. I would very much
Okay.
like to be out for 20, 30 dates. I would like to do one date. And I'm ready
Yeah,
and available.
cool.
These these big events like the cruises and the festivals.
Yeah.
First of all, the booking agents won't touch me, and these events won't book me, even though I think we deliver a very strong product. Ron Keel Band did a nice run of amazing shows last year. Got to open for Ace Frehley before he passed at a big festival event. We did our annual residency at the Full Throttle Saloon in Sturgis at the Rally, open for Night Ranger, and we hold our own. In those environments, we thrive. That's where I belong on that big stage with my boys. We're
Yeah.
ready to go.
It's a great band.
The phone won't ring and the emails won't go off. That's their business. These guys, these promoters and these agents, that's their business, man. Uh, the fact that I work hard, deliver a great product, I'm a nice guy, and I'm really good with the fans doesn't seem to matter. And that's their
Interesting.
choice. That's their choice. I give everything I've got to the show, the music, the fans. I take care of business, and we've got a great wealth of Keel songs. If they want Keel songs, we got them. We do a bunch of those in the show
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate. I wish it was different, but there's nothing I can do about it. If the agents won't book me and the events won't put me on the bill, I mean, I, I'm, I'm,
That's
I'm powerless
yeah.
because I'm misunderstood. They don't know what they're getting. They might think it's country or it's not Keel. If I called my band Keel, we'd be booked solid. Doesn't matter who's behind me. If I called
Yeah.
it Keel, I think that ship has sailed. If I'd have done that 5, 10 years ago, maybe, but I won't do that because of my loyalty, to the Brotherhood, Mark Ferrari, Brian J, those guys. That's my family. I'm not gonna go out as Keel without them.
Right.
And Keel is a non-functional band at this time. Even though we're still friends, we still talk. Talked to Mark yesterday. We're brotherhood, it's family,
Uh,
but we can't compete in the way that Ron Keel band competes. We can't go out there and open for Night Ranger tomorrow. My
yeah.
band can. So I want to deliver a good product that I can be proud of. And I do have a tour of Mexico, Peru, Colombia, back in South America again in May. We also have the
Great.
M pre-party where because RFK Media, my company, is sponsoring the M pre-party, M3 weekend. This is the unofficial pre-party the night before M3. And
Hmm?
I figure if RFK Media is sponsoring the event, I should probably be there, you know? And if I'm going to be there, probably should sing and play.
Heck
So
yeah.
I think I'll be seeing a lot of our friends and fans in Baltimore on I think it's May 1st. They haven't announced the exact dates yet. It's the first weekend in May. So the night before M3, I'll be hosting and performing at the pre-party, or
That's
the M pre. It's not the M3 pre-party. This
right.
is the unofficial thing that it's a fan-driven event. Dave Dillman, the
Yeah.
promoter, has just been doing this for years,
Yep.
and
It's
it's not
huge.
sanctioned or authorized. And I like it that way, man.
Yeah.
I'm the rock
Yeah.
and roll outlaw. I fit right in. So
Absolutely, man.
bring it on.
It's cool. Yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great. And it's cool that to get you overseas and South America.
South America, the audiences are incredible. They love and
Yeah,
appreciate this music.
great.
I'm doing the one-off solo acoustic gigs. I'm doing a gig with Enough's Enough in St. Louis in March. I'm
Beautiful.
ready. I'm not hard to find, and if
Well,
anybody wants to book Ron Keel at their festival, event, club, wherever, man, if it makes sense, I'll be there.
yeah, that's great, man. That's great. And that has to be one of the most inviting things is dealing with you on a business level. You're level headed. You're not all drugged out. And it's the business side of things. Everything's going to go smoothly. That's got to be an invitational thing for a promoter. They gotta love that. Uh, yeah,
Oh, from your lips to God's ears, or to the promoter's ears,
yeah, man.
and there's politics involved as well.
Sure.
That is out of my control. I mean, I'm ready
Yeah,
and available. I've got a great product, a killer band behind me.
sure
I'm
do.
giving you all the songs, all the hits. I'm giving you the right to rock, singing it in the same key and singing it the
Yep.
same way. And like I said, we're really good with the fans, man. I'm out there with the
Yep.
fans in the crowd every chance I get, and I'll do anything I can for those people because they put me where I'm at. They've allowed me to live my dream, and the fans are everything to me. They're super important, as you see from being a Patreon member. That's my family, and I'll take care of them the best I can.
Yeah. We love you, man.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think back and in high school, and I was listening to the Keel records and the Steeler record, and here you are, man. It's still, to call you friend, is so special to me, man. It hits me deep in my soul. I love you, buddy. Thank you
Well, I
so
love you
much.
too.
Thank you.
It goes both ways. I'm always excited to see your name on the schedule or when you post or comment on the Patreon page. And I know you're out there listening, watching, participating as part of the tribe. And to get this annual opportunity to talk to rock with you is very special to me, and I don't take it for granted. Scott, thanks for having me. And uh, there's always more to talk about next year.
Yeah, I know it, man. And I watched the Ron interviews, Ron Keel, and it was so great what you did there, and it was really cool idea. But, you talked
Oh, when I
about,
interviewed myself.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
I
I would like to do another one, a follow-up interview a year later, about the record, because that was to promote Keel World and about the album,
right.
telling everybody about the project. Now I'd like to do another one and reflect on what the project's meant to me and the fans in the year since it was released. I
Mhm.
think we should do a follow-up interview, but um, who knows?
It,
I
it was
enjoyed
fun.
that because
I did too.
I I I enjoy doing the interviews. To me, this is like a gig. I get to communicate and talking to you, but I'm talking to your audience as well. But when I'm on stage or on the radio, I learned this a long time ago. You're not singing to a crowd. You're singing to one person.
Mhm.
You're singing to that one person who might need to hear these words or that message or feel that energy or that vibe. So if you bring it down to that, of course you want to communicate with everybody and eye contact with every member of the audience that you possibly can. But my conversations with you are very special, and your audience, I can see why they tune in and watch and listen to what you bring to the table, my friend. And I'll appreciate you, and
Thank you.
thank you for having me back.
Yeah, absolutely. You're always welcome. Door always open. The Metal Cowboy, Ron Keel, man. I'm so thankful for you, but yeah, let's do it again soon, man.
Okay,
When that Steeler documentary comes out, man, I
okay,
can't wait.
you're on. You'll see it first, and we'll talk about it.
Very cool. All right. Love you, buddy. Thank you.
Love you too, brother. Thank you, man.
See you, bud.